Hello everyone. Andrew again tonight. Good to be out, good to be here. And last night I was sharing, we were talking about deception, to thine own self be true. And I think it's very important, and I didn't want to leave any stone unturned. I wanted to make sure that the point that I was sharing gets across to the audience. I think is very important, especially when I was sharing about the network marketing profession, because a lot of individuals don't know exactly what it's all about. But one thing I cleared up last night, I made a statement about making money. We don't make money. We earn money. They make money downtown Washington D.C. at the Bureau of Engraving and Printing on Constitution and 14th Street. But on another note, in being in the network marketing profession, a lot of things, a lot of individuals don't think about, because if you think about it, it's so simple when you think about network marketing. Marketing simply is offering a service or product to the marketplace, to the individual end user. Is what it's all about. And the networking is simply sharing that information with the public. So therefore you have network to the public, marketing, sharing a service or product. And so it's very important to understand that, as simple as it may be, a lot of times individuals get information misconstrued because it's not presented that way. Usually it's presented to someone as, hey, I got a side hustle, I got a hustle, and you can make a lot of money, and you can make a lot of money fast. And there is no machine where you can press a button and all of a sudden a lot of money is going to start flying out of there. It just doesn't work that way. But from being a part of a platform for a couple of years and understanding that, in any business you learn that things happen sometimes. And, we now presently are going on a relaunch. And it's very important. So sometimes things occur where you have to readjust, you have to pivot, you have to make decisions to move forward. And whatever occurred prior to that, you make adjustments. And it's important, but my thing is I'm so happy, glad, thankful, blessed, again, individuals that have supported me over the years. And, it's something about, there's a saying about people that when individuals purchase a product or service from you, people purchase from individuals that they know, like, and trust. So a lot of times it's not about the product or service per se. It's about the individual that is presenting it. And so through the individual that is presenting it, individual learn about what the service or product is all about. And to just a quick explanation, if I may, when a product or service is presented to the marketplace through a individual consultant, might be called from a particular company or platform, when a product or service is presented, we have to understand that the individual themselves are the ones that is making people become aware of what's available. So when an individual introduces a product or service to the marketplace, what they are doing is advertising for the company. So you're not going to see advertisements per se on the radio or television. Now things are unfolding a little bit different. You might see a commercial on TV about a product or service, but for the most part, everything is given through individual consultants for a company. And by doing that, by the company not paying for advertisement through radio and television, those funds goes to the individual that presents their service to the marketplace. And that's how basically individuals get paid. And of course, they're all, different companies have incentives and stuff like that. But basically, that's how it works. Individuals presenting the product or service get paid monies that would usually be used to pay for advertisement through radio or TV. And, you got to be like, if a person do know, like, and trust you and say, well, you know what, I like to try this service or I like to try this product simply because you are the one that is presenting it. Now, that says a lot for a person's character. And, I'm so grateful for individuals that have supported me because it lets me know that through whatever has occurred, and we're doing a relaunch, individuals have stuck with me. That doesn't mean that the service has in any way been compromised. It just means that from a managerial standpoint, things had to be adjusted. And, when you're in that arena, you have to understand that sometimes things happen. But you got to be mentally prepared for that, to know that, hey, I'm in business for myself. I have to understand that sometimes things are going to be like a roller coaster. If you ever ridden on a roller coaster before, the excitement that you can get, the screaming and the hollering or whatever. So, oh, wow, this is a little bit much. I didn't expect this, but this is what I got. But finally, it comes to an end. Individuals get up and they remember the ride. Hey, that was a thrill. But we always have to remember that it's all about people. It's all about sharing. It's all about wanting to serve and wanting to do it in a manner where individuals say, you know what, that individual has integrity about themselves. They have value. They want to share that value to the marketplace. And hey, I'm just willing to see what it is, what it's all about. So when I share information, I come back and want to make sure that, like last night, I was talking about deception, whereas one might think, well, regardless of what it might cost to, what one might have to invest to get started in a business, the only place success comes before work is in the dictionary. I stated that last night. And I also stated that others can do what others have done if they're willing to pay the price others have paid. That's another thing individuals have to be aware of. But what's most important is that when individuals trust you enough to say, you know what, I think that what he's sharing with me is of value, and that's what's important, the value and the benefits that one can receive. And you notice that I haven't once yet spoke of the service or product that I present to the marketplace. There was, I did post on Facebook about the affiliate marketing, the $7 investment. And even with that, if you're not ready for it, I'm going to just be totally honest, don't do it. Because you got to be ready for ups and downs. You got to be ready for whatever might come. If you make a decision, don't make a decision that you're going to have to renege on, because, again, you are reneging on yourself, not on anybody else. Because for the most part, it might seem like it, and some individuals might, people talk about being authentic and stuff like that. But the only person you can be authentic to is yourself, because most people are thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about you. They're not thinking about me. They're thinking about how I'm going to survive, what I got, what I'm going to do. But business is business, and we have to look at it like that. And so I just wanted to come on and go a little bit further. And again, I'm going to be on another night this week because there are some things that I want to share, and I want to make sure that everybody get the full impact and message of what I'm putting out in the marketplace. And sometimes, we don't think about it to that degree, but again, individuals that have supported me. It's not so much the service, but I know that they have found that the service that I present to them or presented to them have been saving them money. Because if it wasn't, they wouldn't have any need to use it. And I will reveal it. But I just want to give everyone a shout out. You know who you are. You know that I intermittently give you a call, make sure everything is going well. If you need something, I always say, hey, I'm available. And it's important because you make me. I don't make you. You can break me by not using the service. And when I say break me, I mean stop using the service. But I just appreciate everyone for just sticking with me. That's what's important, because it makes me feel good to know that an individual know, like, and trust me enough to say, you know what, hey, I think that he's doing a great job. I think that he's presenting service to the marketplace that anyone can use, although everyone is not going to use it. And this week I'm going to give a little bit more. I'm going to reveal a little bit more about it. But saving money is important. And I'm not going to jump all over the place, but I just want to, again, share that what others have done, others can do. The only place success comes before work is in the dictionary. And I think to be vulnerable, because you have to like be your authentic self. Because sometimes when people perceive you as being a good person, sometimes individuals can take advantage of that. And there's nothing wrong with that, but in business, sometimes you have to stand your ground. Because you can't, if it's your business, you got to let individuals know that, hey, I'm going to do it with you or without you, but I'd love to be in a position to, number one, be able to serve you if feasible. Number two, become acquainted, because you don't have to be all the time a purchaser, or you don't have to be a business partner. Sometimes you just become acquainted with a person, get to know them, and establish a friendship on the basis of just meeting a person just through conversation. That's powerful, because without it, it might not would have even happened. But anyway, just a short shout out to know that being authentic means a lot, but being purposeful to what you're doing is important. To be purposeful to people, to let them know that you're there for them, to let them know that if they have a need to call on you, they can, to let them know that, hey, my purpose is to make sure that you are satisfied with the service that I share with you. And so until, like, I might do a video in the morning because I'm out early in the park. I'm out in the park. Sometimes 6:30, between 6:30 and 7 o'clock, I'm out in the park, especially if it's not raining. I mean, and if I'm not on a mission, like I'm trying to lose a couple of pounds, and I'd be out there no matter what time it is. But to just be out walking and taking in the ambiance of the morning, fresh air and sunlight popping up, stuff like that. The serenity of just being out there and listening to the birds, and I don't know, seeing the wind go through the trees. It's just so much that one can take in for the serenity of, hey, this is life, I'm in it, and I'm going to live it to the best of my ability. What I do while I'm here is important, but what I do for others while I'm here is more important. So look, until the next time, just wanted to give you a shout out, and we'll discuss more. Because I want to go into a little bit more about what people perceive as the authentic self. The authentic self. Because sometimes the authentic self can be perceived wrong, and you don't want to do that. You want to be right. You want to let people know, hey, I got hurt habits and hang-ups that I deal with. I have emotional turmoil that I go through. I have sad days. I have days that I might worry about things, whatever. Knowing that all of it can be controlled, all of it can be addressed, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. But as long as you know what it is, as long as you know what you can do about it, then you know that you are in control. And as long as you're in, and I don't say the universe, I'm going to just say it, as long as you're in God's will, that's what's important. And so until the next time, stay blessed and stay ready, because you never know when a curveball is coming your way.